Hello again from Tung Sawang Mushroom Farm. Today I'm having a bit of a break. Well, I've been doing mushrooms this morning. This afternoon I'm going to take a trip around Buriram. We're in kind of, not lockdown, but there's quite heavy restrictions because COVID's kicked in here in the last couple of weeks. There's been a lot of cases, so masks must be worn. All the bars are closed. You can't have a drink of alcohol. So I'm just going to take a ride around the city, stop at sort of points of interest, and get some good footage and sort of recommend places to look if you've never been to Buriram and you come in, places to go. I'm going to be riding my Brompton around. I've got my GoPro Max hooked up on there as well, so I'll get some footage on that and some just off my iPhone. So I'll edit all this together once I'm done and post it out. So hope you enjoy and let me know what you think about Buriram, and please like and subscribe. So we've got, well, I'm hoping you can hear, either side of this road we've got paddy fields. They just ploughed them probably a week ago because we're now in rainy season, so it's very hot, and then you'll get a storm coming in every couple of days. So there's rice is starting to grow now. So this will transform over the next month. Lots of rice. The field here with the cattle on the right, honestly 2-3 weeks ago there was absolutely no grass on it because it's been so dry, no rain, nothing. And as soon as rainy season kicks in, in a matter of days the grass comes back, the cattle are on it all day and yet it's still strong. Common to see cattle like this side of the road or even walking across the road on their own. There's no rules in Thailand. New house being built there, that's shot off. They only started that about a week ago. Lots of potholes here. Again, that's Thailand, but beautiful sunny day. It's probably, I haven't checked, but I would say it's probably about 36, 37 degrees at the the moment. I don't think we're going to get any rain today, but you never know. It's actually nice to get a storm, sort of cools things down, freshens things up, and it's generally, rain will come in for an hour or two and then it's all gone and it dries up pretty quick. Buriram, we don't really get floods here. We're not at sea level. I know there's issues in the likes of Pattaya and Bangkok where they suffer with floods, but not really a problem here. You might get big problems, but nothing like they get in Bangkok. So we're just coming out of Banyang, which is like my local village, and then we're gonna jump on what I call the ring road. So as the title might suggest, ring road basically goes right around the outside of Buriram city, and there's places where you can kind of cut in and get into the middle of the city, quite easy access. So 2 lanes either way, and then there's like a hard shoulder on either side. The hard shoulder is crazy. People use it to go the wrong direction, so you might pull out of a junction, turn left thinking you're safe, but there'll be someone coming towards you, either on a motorbike, a car, could be anything. So you can never assume anything in Thailand. The roads can be not necessarily dangerous. Well, yeah, I suppose they are, but you've got to have your wits about you. But one thing I will say, I've not, in the 6 months I've been here now, I have not once witnessed any road rage. Trust me, the standard of driving is far worse than the UK, yet you don't hear horns going off, you don't hear rants, people swearing, sticking fingers, all that kind of thing. So different people here, something happens, hey ho, they don't hold a grudge or anything. That's one of the things I like about Thailand. I've not, in the 6 months I've been here, I've not had any fallout with any Thais or expats. So yeah, different way of life here. Very laid back. There's plenty of time to do whatever you want to do. No rushing around. Okay, so I've got to get over. I'm going to head into the city off the ring road shortly, so I've got to get across. Luckily it's not rush hour. We don't get excessive traffic here in Buriram, but at certain times this road can be quite busy, and it can be a bit tricky to get across on a push bike. But I'm safe, so I'm going to get over to the middle and get myself across, and then we'll head into the city. So I live just on the outskirts of Banyang. I think it's about 4 kilometres from the city centre. I believe that Buriram is quite a poor city, but there's a lot of investment that's gone into it over the last 10 years, I believe. I don't know the whole history, but there's been a lot of investment. So we've got the Chang stadium where Buriram United play, one of the best teams in Thailand. We've also got the circuit, where they host the MotoGP. So it's a renowned circuit. We've had Valentino Rossi and the likes. So yeah, we've got that. Lots of big department stores on the outskirts of the city. The city itself hasn't got what you could describe as a shopping centre. There's sort of different areas where you kind of do different things. Great place, especially Saturday and Sunday evening. We've got Walking Street, which is basically an evening market where you can grab foods and then sit at the side of the lake. Great cheap street food, and it's good. It's really nice food. Lots to choose from. Not that I eat them, but there's anything from bugs and stuff like that. Lots of cakes, corn on the cob. There's just a huge range of good Thai food, cooked, in the traditional way. The only issue I have sometimes is some of the food is very, very hot. They do like the chilies here. So the missus, if she orders for me, asks for it to be just a little chilli, but even with that it's still pretty hot. But I'm getting used to it anyway. Yeah, so kind of heading into the city now, just builders merchants, truck yards, all sorts of, quite quiet actually for a Saturday, but we've got an issue at the moment with COVID, so a lot of places aren't open. People are genuinely conscious of the situation, and they're not stupid here. When I was back in the UK, a lot of people certainly found that some people just didn't care about the COVID situation. They put themselves at risk, they put others at risk. Whereas in fairness, certainly in Buriram, people respect sort of the recommendations from the government and the police, and it's worked. I'm shocked that we've actually got COVID here now. Because when I first arrived, I did 15 days in state quarantine in a hotel, and it was really strict. I thought, Thailand are doing everything right here. Maybe they're going to get away with it and not have any cases. But recently it's just kicked in. I believe some of it was due to people coming over from Burma illegally, coming to migrant workers working at, from what I believe, the fish markets in Bangkok. I don't know the whole truth of that, and there's a bit of corruption going on, but I'm no expert, and I'm not here to read you the news. I'm just sort of telling you stuff I've heard on the grapevine. And as we all know, sometimes the grapevine's not necessarily true, but there we go. Right, so Tesco Lotus Express there. Quite a lot of stores like that. You've got them, and probably more popular is 7-Elevens. Great little store, sort of like equivalent in the UK, I would say, is a Spar shop. So you can get all your basics there. Yeah, and I go in regularly just to get an ice cream and a cold drink. Right, so kind of this is coming into the city now, really. Got a temple here on the left, and then there's like big lakes surrounding the centre, and a nice scenic place, really. So to my right there's a big lake, and then to the left you'll also see the lake. and you get a lot of runners come here in the evenings when it cools down, so we're big on running here. Since I've been here, got issues with arthritis in my hip, so difficult really. I'm going to get knocked down now. Anyway, okay. So there's a nice little Irish bar here, Paddy's, closed at the moment because of COVID. Get a lot of expats in there, Americans, German, Dutch, English, Welsh, Scottish, so good mix. I go in there maybe once a week just for a couple of Changs. Met some nice sort of retired people in there. Don't bother at night time, kind of stay at home. Yeah, nice sort of mid-afternoon drink in there to chill out, but unfortunately it's closed at the minute, so I won't be stopping. Yeah, so you can see the lake on the right hand side. There's lots of lakes like that all around the outskirts, and you'll find, I think when COVID's finished, they've got boats and stuff like that, so you can get out on there. You quite often see locals fishing there. Just gotta have my wits about me, because crossroads, it's just take a chance, and the lights don't mean anything. I'm still trying to get my head around the filtering system. Some crossroads, if the light's red and you want to turn left, you can, but some you can, some you can't. So when I'm driving, the missus goes sometimes like go, and then other times it's no, you can't. There's no real clear way of knowing. There we go. Yeah, so this is one of the main roads that kind of goes straight through the middle of the city. Small motorbike shops, Thai food. It's kind of a mix of all sorts. Sound systems there. Big on the speakers and stuff. You see a lot of pickups with huge speakers on. Banging out music. So lots of crossroads with traffic lights. I love the countdown on the traffic lights. Great. Just you know how long you've got to wait. You're not kind of burning your lunch out. Okay, then. So beautiful temple. The temples in Thailand are stunning, and there's so many of them. No matter where you go, even out in the sort of out in the sticks, really, you'll go and there'll be some beautiful temples, and you think, where's all the money coming from? And look at this place on the left; it's just stunning, absolutely stunning. Right, and right here now. Probably get right.